Good evening and welcome to the KZYX Community News. I'm Valerie Kim. Downtown Redwood Valley is a fairly quiet place. Blink and you miss it. But the little town's embroiled in a king-size controversy involving one of America's biggest discount retailers.
We circulated a petition. Within 5 days, we had 1,000 signatures, and we continue to collect them. And I believe now we have around 1,700 signatures, and there's about 1,800 people that live in Redwood Valley.
That's Cassie Taaning, a Redwood Valley native who's fighting the proposed Dollar General, a chain store that has purchased commercial land in downtown Redwood Valley in order to build a 10,000 square foot outpost. Dollar General's website proudly states it's America's largest small box discount retailer by sales, but Taaning and other opponents don't see that as a positive.
And the Dollar General, first I want to describe what they are. They're not a typical dollar store that people think of. They don't sell cheap trinkets. It's kind of like a mini Walmart or like a CVS without a pharmacy. They have general goods. They have limited food, box food, canned food, frozen food, dairy section. But they also sell alcohol at cost. We already have 5 alcohol outlets in Redwood Valley. We don't need any more. Selling it at cost brings in customers, of course, but once they're there, they do their regular daily shopping because it's also a general store. This is where they would take away business from our locally owned, beloved Redwood Valley Market. It could put them out of business. They're great guys, too. They really support our community. And the store has been there for 70 years. It has a butcher shop. They carry organic produce. They support a lot of local causes.
The owners of the Redwood Valley Market have hired a private attorney, Brian Momsen, who's filed an administrative appeal to the building permit that Dollar General has already secured. Things have moved fast. Taaning says her community got word of the project about a month ago, and only because she knew someone in the county's planning department.
Surprisingly, the building permit did not go through the Planning Commission process. The Planning Commission meets once a month. This was not put on their agenda, so they didn't know about it. Even our District 1 Board of Supervisor, Carrie Brown, didn't know about it. Since it fit the zoning, it didn't have to be put on the agenda for consideration, so it was just approved behind the desk at Planning and Building Services.
I spoke with Andy Gustafson, Chief Planner for Mendocino County's Planning and Building Services.
In terms of this situation here, I think people were a bit surprised to learn that the zoning, in this particular case, the property was under the C2 zoning, general commercial, and that would allow a store, a retail store of this type as being proposed by Dollar General, and that we don't restrict who owns the store. We don't regulate store ownership, we regulate the use. And in this particular case, the use is consistent with that general commercial zoning.
Gustafson says that even though the building permit has been approved for the Redwood Valley Dollar General, there are still some hoops to jump through.
There's a number of approvals a developer, a homeowner, or a builder of a store or whatever will have to obtain prior to construction. And in this case, they have to show that they can have adequate water, and they're going to, I understand, rely upon or drill a new well. They have to be able to show that they can get a wastewater connection. They also need to show that their driveway onto the county road is built according to county standards. They have to get an encroachment permit for that. If they had some form of smokestack or some kind of air quality issue, they would have to get a permit from the air district. So there are a number of approvals that are necessary prior to constructing the project that are beyond the zoning clearance we granted to the building permit.
The question of a new well being drilled in water-starved Redwood Valley has raised concerns amongst critics of the project. Cassie Taaning takes issue with the fact that the project wasn't subject to an environmental study, but Gustafson says that because of the zoning laws, the Dollar General proposal was able to move forward without an environmental impact review specific to the project.
But in this case, the Dollar General store is a type of retail use which is permitted, and the California Environmental Quality Act says specifically permitted uses or uses that are considered subject to a ministerial permit only, just a building permit, they are statutorily excluded from environmental review. We can't just arbitrarily subject those types of permitted use projects to environmental review.
The fact that the commercial zoning laws allow for this type of project to move through without an environmental impact review troubles Taaning, and so the petition she's circulating isn't just about stopping the Dollar General.
It's twofold. One, to deny the building permit to prevent Dollar General from being here, and also in the future to let Redwood Valley residents have a voice in the commercial zoning so that it does have some limited restrictions. Similar to commercial zoning in Ukiah, they have what they call the Ukiah Valley Area Plan. It describes, wanting to keep the rural character, to limit multinational formula chain stores, just kind of, keep the rural ambiance of where we live. So they did that for Ukiah Valley, including the Forks and Calpella, but the boundary of the service area for that general plan ends between Calpella and Redwood Valley. So Redwood Valley was left out and left completely open to any kind of commercial development. They could put a McDonald's there. They could put a 100-foot lit sign there. We were vulnerable, and we just had no idea.
Taaning's family has been in Redwood Valley for close to 150 years, so she says she has a stake in its future, and she wants the town to reflect its rural character. For their part, Tennessee-based Dollar General declined to be interviewed but did provide this statement. We believe the proposed store location in Redwood Valley meets all the criteria for a retail establishment. Dollar General and our development partner have worked collaboratively with the appropriate local entities to receive the necessary approvals for this investment project. Dollar General looks forward to serving the community with convenience, service, and everyday low prices on the items people use and replenish the most. Dollar General further serves as a strong corporate citizen through our mission of serving others through numerous outreach programs and the Dollar General Literacy Foundation. Nonprofit organizations, including schools and libraries within 20 miles of any Dollar General store, are eligible to apply for grants to support summer, adult, family, and youth literacy initiatives. We also champion toy, food, and school supply drives throughout the year that directly benefit local organizations and schools. Taaning is skeptical of the community-mindedness of Dollar General. She says in her research, Dollar General opened 200 new stores last year and also closed about the same amount. She worries that Redwood Valley might wind up with an empty building, or worse, a full one that puts the 70-year-old Redwood Valley market out of business. The appeal of the building permit for the Redwood Valley Dollar General is being heard by the Planning Commission next Thursday, July 16th, sometime after 9 a.m. at the County Board Chambers in Ukiah at 501 Low Gap Road. For KZYX, I'm Valerie Kim. A weakening disturbance sliding across the center of the state will keep us in showers and thunderstorms tonight. It could be very heavy at times. The storms will also bring gusty winds, possible hail, and abundant lightning. The system should be moving fast enough to not cause flash floods in our area, but rain could reach several inches per hour at the heaviest point, so please remember to drive with your headlights on during this rain event. On the seas, the buoys this morning were showing mixed waves 3 to 4 feet and northerly winds 5 to 15 knots. A weak pressure gradient across the coastal waters will keep us in light winds and low seas over the weekend, but early next week, strong northerlies and corresponding seas are expected to build back up. On the coast this evening, lows in the mid-50s with a 20% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms tonight, 5-mile-an-hour winds. There will be some patchy fog overnight and into tomorrow morning, then mostly cloudy tomorrow with highs near 60 degrees, give or take a few. Inland tonight, lows in the mid-50s with a 60 to 90% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight. Winds from the west around 5 miles an hour. Tomorrow, a slight chance of precipitation, otherwise mostly cloudy, clearing up into sun in Ukiah and Boonville. Highs along the interior tomorrow will be in the mid-70s, 68 in Willits. In Lake County tonight, lows in the mid-50s with around 30% chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms tonight. West winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, partly sunny with light winds and highs in the mid to high 70s. And if you're headed to the city this weekend, be prepared for some heavier traffic. Doyle Drive at US 101 near San Francisco will be closed for an extended weekend beginning today at 10 p.m. through Monday. July 13th at 5 a.m. Drivers should avoid the closure area and use buses, ferries, or the Bay Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge to Highway 101 will remain open. However, expect major delays, especially during Friday commute hours. So again, if you're headed into the city this weekend, seek an alternate route than the Golden Gate Bridge.